Chapter 38, Leo. At first, Leo thought the rocks were pelting the windshield. Then he realized it was sleet. Frost built up around the edges of the glass, and slushy waves of ice blotted out his view. "An ice storm?" Piper shouted over the engine and the wind. "Is it supposed to be this cold in Sonoma?" Leo wasn't sure, but something about this storm seemed conscious, malevolent, like it was intentionally slamming them. Jason woke up quickly. He crawled forward, grabbing their seats for balance. "We gotta be getting close." Leo was too busy wrestling with the stick to reply. Suddenly, it wasn't so easy to drive the chopper. Its movements turned sluggish and jerky. The whole machine shuddered in the icy wind. The helicopter probably hadn't been prepared for cold flying weather. The controls refused to respond, and they started to lose altitude. Below them, the ground was a dark quilt of trees and fog. The ridge of a hill loomed in front of them, and Leo yanked at the stick, just clearing the tree tops. "There!" Jason shouted. A small valley opened up before them, with the murky shape of a building in the middle. Leo aimed the helicopter straight for it. All around them were flashes of light that reminded Leo of tracer fire at Midas's compound. Trees cracked and exploded at the edges of the clearing. Shapes moved through the mist. Combat seemed to be everywhere. He set the helicopter down in an icy field about 50 yards from the house and killed the engine. He was about to relax when he heard a whistling sound and saw a dark shape hurling towards them out of the mist. "Out!" Leo screamed. They leapt from the helicopter and barely cleared the rotors before a massive boom shook the ground, knocking Leo off his feet and splattering ice all over him. He got shakily to his feet and saw the world's largest snowball. A chunk of snow, ice, and dirt the size of a garage had completely flattened the Bell 412. "You all right?" Jason ran up to him. Piper at his side. They both looked fine except for being speckled with snow and mud. "Yeah," Leo shivered. "Guess we owe that ranger lady a new helicopter." Piper pointed to the south. "Fighting's over there." Then she frowned. "No, it's all around us." She was right. The sounds of combat rang across the valley. The snow and mist made it hard to tell for sure, but there seemed to be a circle of fighting all around the wolf house. Behind them loomed Jack London's dream home, a massive ruin of red and gray stones and rough-hewn timber beams. Leo could imagine how it had looked before it burned down. A combination log cabin and castle, like a billionaire lumberjack might build. But the mist and sleet, the palace had a lonely, haunted feel. Leo could totally believe the ruins were cursed. "Jason!" a girl's voice called. Thalia appeared from the fog, her parka caked with snow. Her bow was in her hand and her quiver was almost empty. She ran towards them, but made it only a few steps before a six-armed ogre, one of the Earthborn, burst out of the storm behind her and raised a club in each hand. "Look out!" Leo yelled. They rushed to help, but Thalia had it under control. She launched herself into a flip, notching an arrow as she pivoted like a gymnast and landed in a kneeling position. The ogre got a silver arrow right between the eyes and melted into a pile of clay. Thalia stood and retrieved her arrow, but the point had snapped off. "That was my last one." She kicked the pile of clay resentfully. "Stupid ogre." "Nice shot, though," Leo said. Thalia ignored him, as usual, which no doubt meant she thought he was cool as ever. She hugged Jason and nodded to Piper. "Just in time. My hunters are holding a perimeter around the mansion, but we'll be overrun any minute." "By the Earthborn?" Jason asked. "And wolves, Lycoian's minions." Thalia blew back a fleck of ice off her nose. "Also, storm spirits." "But we gave them the Eolus," Piper protested. "Who tried to kill us?" Leo reminded her. "Maybe he's helping Gaia again." "I don't know," Thalia said, "but the monsters keep reforming almost as fast as we can kill them. We took the wolf house no problem, surprised the guards and sent them straight to Tartarus. But then this freak snowstorm blew in. Wave after wave of monsters started attacking. Now we're surrounded. I don't know who or what is leading the assault, but I think they planned this. It was a trap to kill anyone who tried to rescue Hera." "Where is she?" Jason asked. "In that side," Thalia said. "We tried to free her, but we can't figure out how to break the cage. It's only a few minutes until the sun goes down. Hera thinks that's the moment when Pallegrian will be reborn. Plus, the monsters are stronger at night. If we don't free Hera soon—" She didn't need to finish the thought. Leo, Jason, and Piper followed her into the ruined mansion. Jason stepped over the threshold and immediately collapsed. "Hey!" Leo caught him. "None of that, man. What's wrong?" "This place." Jason shook his head. "Sorry, it came rushing back to me." "So you have been here," Piper said. "We all have," Thalia said. Her expression was grim, like she was reliving someone's death. "This is where my mom took us when Jason was a child. She left him here, told me he was dead. He just disappeared."